That's not English, Brian. It's German.
Okay.
So what I told you is true, from a certain point of view.
Welcome back, everybody, to A Certain Point of View. Thank you so much for joining us this evening as we are here for our debut show of 2024. Hope everyone's doing fantastic out there. Hope everyone had a great holiday, great New Year's, great last month since we have not been on the air in quite a while. We're going to get to everyone and see how everybody has been doing over the last month. Thank you so much for joining us again, whether you're watching just in the background or if you're actually in the chat tonight. We appreciate you guys. So very fun show we have planned for you guys. We're going to cover a couple different things. Golden Globes happened last night. Not the best discussion, I'm sure, is headed that way. We are going to be talking about some 2024 predictions, and we're going to be doing it bingo style. And then we're going to overview a few things that are going to be adjusting on the channel, which we'll get to here in just a few minutes. So as always, we're going to go around, see how everybody's doing over the last month, over the last couple weeks. Jill, I will start with you. How you been? How was Christmas? How was New Year's? How's everything going?
Good. Christmas, New Year's was good. Busy. But I basically had like 2 weeks off of work, so that was very much needed. Yeah, it was good. I just did another Christmas yesterday with some of my girlfriends. We finally were able to get together and we did that. So I had like double Christmas. Got some fun gifts. Yeah, it was good.
It's funny that you say that because Gabby and her high school girlfriends, their friend group, they do a Secret Santa thing every year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not until the very end of January because that's when they can get together. So
yeah, well, one of them's in Colorado, so it really just all depends on when she's in town. But
she actually comes every year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she'll be back in like 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, and she got me the most awesome thing. I got a RuPaul Monopoly.
That's awesome.
The pieces are amazing.
Yeah,
One of the pieces is a roll of duct tape, which that in itself is 10 out of 10. So it's good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, dedication to her for coming all the way from Colorado every year. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. More than once a year, yeah.
Oh, nice. And Brian, how about you?
Good. Nothing too crazy. Just getting back into the swing of being back at work. Yeah. That's about it.
Very quick for Brian there. Very quick.
I'm trying to think. There's really nothing. You can go back to the old intro. I got fat again. So you can just go back to using that one.
Just join 75 Soft with Molly and I. 75
Well, I'm going to get skinny
Soft.
again by my sister's wedding. So then we can just go back to the one we're using right now.
Which is, when is your sister's wedding?
November. It's like the 1st, I think.
So not Jill's wedding, but your sister's wedding.
I mean, I'll be hot by then. It's just
only
like,
2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah, it's only 2 weeks. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's a good plan.
Yeah. Because I don't think I could do too much damage in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I take that back.
I certainly can. I certainly
Yeah.
can.
Okay, I can go bad in 2 weeks. I can't get better in 2 weeks.
2 weeks is a long time, and that's 3 meals a day a minimum.
That's what I'm saying.
A minimum.
It could get worse, but it probably won't get better.
Yeah.
So.
And Molly, how about you? How you been the last month?
Been good. Our Christmases were really chill. They are most years. We don't like do a ton of big family stuff. It's just a lot of us like hanging out with friends and stuff. But Christmases were good. Got to teach my mom how to play Mario Kart, which was
so
hilarious.
cute. Oh my god, I died. So good.
She can barely use her iPhone, so holding a Nintendo controller, she was like, So that was really funny. But yeah, we did a lot of relaxing the past month. Well, over a month. And it's been really hard to try to get out of that. trying to get back to work is hard.
I can imagine.
And that's like a good thing. That's like a good. At least it's not the other way around. Like,
Yeah.
try like it's hard to relax, but it's just hard to get back to work, which is kind of a good thing. So.
Yeah, I guess. Like at this point now, though, it's kind of because there's not a lot of Star Wars stuff going on. We're like, something should happen soon, maybe. Don't know what to talk about.
I know.
It'll come. I'm sure it'll all come. It's the beginning of the year, so everything will eventually get there. Christmas was fun. New Year's was fun. Obviously, it's different for me now. It's very different now, just because we have a little one who's officially 3 months old as of 6 days ago, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, we spent Christmas Eve with Gabby's family, so they got to hang out with Bo, and then Christmas Day with my family. New Year's, we were in bed by 9:05, which was awesome.
Love that.
We celebrate East Coast New Year's now with the 3-month-old, so that's
you should celebrate UK New Year like we do.
Which is what time?
4 p.m. baby.
Even better. Even better. We did 9 because Bo was down by like, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we're like, okay, let's hang out as long as we can. We did set an alarm, wake up at midnight, and then go right back to bed. But yeah, it's just all different. Everything is obviously so different with the little one around, but it was good. It's got a lot of nice relaxing time. I didn't have any major time off from work, but I got New Year's Day off, which was really nice. Got to watch a bunch of football, eat a bunch of food. So yeah, it's been good.
That's like my mom. She fell asleep, and I was like, "It's New Year's." She goes, "That's nice."
I feel like New Year's is like, obviously younger people, when you're in your 20s, or I mean, if you're still partying now or hanging out or whatever, it's so much bigger to them because they go out, they drink, they stay out till midnight, they do their thing. But I feel like it's so much more special when you're like 10, 12 years old. Like because you get to stay up until midnight.
It's because all of us are over 30.
Yeah. Well, I just remember it being such a big deal to, like, it's the one night of the year my parents were okay with me staying up till midnight. It was their decision. Like, yeah, don't go to bed till midnight. Obviously, there's times where I would, but it just felt more special then than it does now.
I mean, I'm older than all y'all, and we were up till like 5.
Well, I was going to say, Molly was up until 5 o'clock in the morning.
You're an anomaly.
You guys are different.
I'm built different.
You're built different.
You really are.
The group video chatted us, and everybody was just
Yeah, where was my Evan Bushgar passed out on a couch picture?
He had to go actually before midnight because his wife was doing like a thing, and so he came to hang out with us beforehand, and then he had to leave.
How dare?
Oh, Evan.
Yeah. I did want to bring up, though, I texted my mom on New Year's, and she's like still getting the hang of texting, and she doesn't really understand that, like, sometimes if she just says something like flat out, it kind of like reads as depressing or sad. And so I said Happy New Year, and she said, yeah, I'm still here. I was like, great, yay.
I thought you were gonna do like she was learning text, voice to text, where it's like when I taught my mom, it was like, Happy New Year. Okay, how do I turn this off? What button do I push? And it was just all written in the text and then set.
I'm sure it would be that if I taught her how to do that. But
that's awesome.
That's my mood going into the new year. Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm still here.
That should be a t-shirt.
Your nails.
Still here.
That'd be a great t-shirt.
Love it.
Spooky nails.
All right. Well, before we get into some of the major topics regarding Golden Globes and then 2024 predictions, we kind of want to talk about the channel and both YouTube and Patreon. For those who maybe don't have social media, aren't involved in our Patreon, we spent the last month or so kind of diving into everything that is POV, and we've kind of come to some changes that we think are for the better of the channel and better for us. Better for content that we are creating that we wanted to make sure you all know about, specifically here on YouTube. The patrons know about a lot of changes on Patreon. If you did not see via social media today or yesterday, the Discord is now public to everybody. For the last few years, it's been Patreon specific, and now everyone is available to join our Discord if you want to. It's highlighted in the chat. You can just click that link, join, hang out, talk movies, TV, video games, food. There's all kinds of fun channels in that. You get links to all the shows, including all the other shows we're involved in as well. But the biggest change that we wanted to make sure that we talked about just briefly here is that the main show, the one that we've been doing for quite a while, that originally was obviously a movie trivia Schmodown recap show. And ever since a few years ago when the Schmodown officially ended, which, what is that, over almost a year and a half now? Was it 2021? 22.
22.
What is
22,
time?
right?
What is time?
I know.
I think it was October of 22 is when it officially ended.
The pandemic has really messed with everyone's just general
Yeah.
sense of timing.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
Yep.
So ever since the Schmodown ended, we've been doing a kind of entertainment, pop culture, whatever we want to talk about type of show here Monday, 6 o'clock Pacific on this channel. It's going to be staying the same. Nothing major is going to be changing with the show outside of it being more segmented, stuff like that. But the only thing that will be changing is that we're going to be going from weekly to bi-weekly. We're going to be doing the show every other week. And the reason why is because the latter half of last year, we started to kind of come to a conclusion that we were trying to dig for topics and things to talk about. And we found ourselves talking about some of the same things over again, just in different situations. And we feel like if we were to give ourselves an extra breathing room as far as a week goes, we're going to have a lot more to talk about, a lot more things to choose from, more time to come up with specific topics, segments, like I mentioned, stuff like that. So it'll still be the same format. We're going to be aiming for a 90-minute show, but it's going to be every other Monday, 6 o'clock Pacific, right here on the channel. So I don't know if anybody else had any thoughts on that or if that was everything. So
Nope. I think that was it.
That covers it.
pretty simple and to the point.
Yeah.
We like doing it every week, but we just kind of want to give ourselves a little bit more breathing room. Not just for the show, but also because we want to create some other things as well. We have a couple of other things, ideas in mind. One of them originally started out as a Patreon idea that we've been kind of talking about for, I feel like 6 months now, that just now we are finally able to get in the works. But it's going to be public to YouTube. It's going to be another thing that's added to the channel. We don't have an idea of the frequency of the show. It could be monthly. It could be every other week. It could end up being weekly. But it's,
we feel like.
yeah, it's simply called POV Watches. And the idea of it is that one of us or multiple of us are going to be watching something brand new for the very first time. Most of the time, older stuff that has come out a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And we're going to hang out and talk about it. What that person's reaction was. Did the hype get in the way of it? Is there a difference of opinion? Stuff like that. And I think it's going to be a really fun idea for the four of us to discuss movies. Could be television. It could end up being something like a video game or a book. But the idea is that we're going to be discussing things that we've been watching because we watch so much stuff and Jill has not seen anything. So it's a chance for her to actually watch and talk about stuff.
Both of us. Not
Brian,
just-
everyone knows Brian doesn't watch stuff, so that's
Yeah.
clear. But
So I shouldn't watch.
He watches
things-
more stuff than I do.
So I shouldn't watch like the Iron Giant or.
no, you should. But then we'll just
You
record a
should.
POV watches
Yes.
You should.
because
And then
all
we'll
three of
discuss
us have seen it, but Brian has not. So we would do a POV watches episode of the Iron Giant, talking about the Iron Giant. And I think I'm comfortable saying this, but the first one we're going to do is kind of like a intro to the show, intro for us to talk about a movie, kind of get an idea of how we want to do this. The four of us over the last 2 weeks, we all watched Saltburn. So we're going to sit
The
down.
three
watch
of you.
Saltburn.
The
We're gonna
three of
sit
you
down
caught
and
up.
watch Saltburn and kind of just get an introduction into what this show is. And then from there, the majority of the time, the show will be focused on stuff that's come out previously. Like Brian just mentioned, the Iron Giant. I mentioned that I had never seen Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
I haven't seen that either.
What?
So that's kind of where we're headed with that as well. So, and again, that will be public to everyone to watch.
Molly, I would pay a decent lump sum of money for you to have Alex watch Saltburn, and those 4 scenes, you just record them.
Oh my god, please.
I feel like those 4 scenes have been like wildly overhyped. Because when I watched it, like it kept coming up on my TikTok, like people showing this movie to their family and their friends and recording their reactions.
I love it.
And I watched it and I was like, maybe I'm a freak. I don't know. It's like
Maybe I'm a freak.
I loved the movie. I didn't think I was gonna like
it.
It made my small heart flutter when you said you loved it. I was so.
Well, we'll talk
I
about
knew
it on
you
the.
would.
We'll talk about it on the episode when we talk about it.
Yeah. But I might still make Alex watch it, and he said he is interested.
I would. It's just the like. I like you said, the TikToks. I've the last like 3 days just scrolled through it. I just love seeing the like sheer like.
Yeah.
Just
the reactions
the
of
faces, the faces people make. Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Me too.
It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
I have thoughts. Yeah, I've got thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, and the final thing that we wanted to mention is something that's been a part of our Patreon ever since we started the Patreon, and it's kind of been one of the staples, something that we have a lot of fun doing each month. We've been doing Q&As on the Patreon ever since we started. We do them every month. At the beginning of the month, the patrons get to ask questions if you're a $5 and up member. And we've decided that going forward, the patrons will still get to ask their questions, which they have done already, but it'll be released early to them. And then just a few weeks after, towards the later end of the month, the Q&As will be released on the public channel going forward. We released one a few months ago as just kind of like a fun little thing to do, a test to see how it did. And it ended up doing pretty good. And we think it's a good opportunity for people who may not know who we really are outside of talking this to get to know us more. Because the majority of the time, these questions are not movie, TV, video game related. They are very fun, interesting, unique type of questions that kind of get us thinking, coming up with different ideas for questions. They're all themed as well. Most of them are themed. We started the theme process about 6 months ago. And so those will be released at the end of each month here on YouTube. But if you wanted to ask questions for that video, head over to the Patreon link, sign up for a $5 tier or up, and you get to actually ask questions for that video each and every month. So
I need to go back and watch all of them and make sure things
There's
I
a lot.
said.
You're kind of wild in some of them.
The ones, everything before this are still staying private to Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just everything from here on out.
Things still won't get wild.
No.
Yeah.
Things could
I mean,
definitely-
But now I can think about for that millisecond, do I want this available?
Think before you speak.
More than likely, I'll still say it, but there's just that little second. Teeny second.
Everything will still be said, I guarantee.
Okay, thank God.
Because the three of you will probably.
I mean,
forget
happy
this
hour
video is
exists,
public.
and that was
Yeah,
always
happy
public.
hour. That's all you need. That's all you need. Happy hour exists.
I'll just forget. That's what's gonna happen, and then it's gonna be like, oh shit.
I think that it's nothing against you three, but I think the three of you will forget that it's being released to the public.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
I'll
definitely.
forget by tomorrow probably. So
Yeah.
Because I'm the one who's going to be uploading them. So
Mhm.
it's-
Yeah.
you're gonna see the tweets rolling around, be like, "Oh, we released that." Oh,
Yeah. Until we have people on our Discord asking us about that thing we said, and we'll be
Yep.
like, "Oh yeah."
100%.
Shit.
Thank you, Ferris. Good to see you, man. Thank you.
We need to get one of what are they called? The things that Sean has where he pushes the button and it like
Soundboard.
makes.
I
Yeah.
have one. I just don't know how to use it.
Sure, Sean
I
should
should
teach you
figure
how
that
to
out.
put it together.
Just
I've
be
wanted
like,
a Stream Deck for years. I've still have yet to get one. So
I feel like
One day.
there has to be an app.
there's a phone app.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Sean told me about a phone app that he originally used.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I do remember that.
Mhm.
And then when he got his whole new setup, he got the new one.
But they're Android users. You can't like.
If there's an Android app, more than likely it's an
Yeah,
iPhone.
if it's on
actually fair.
Android, then it'll be on the
That's
iPhone.
actually
Yeah.
true.
Does he have the
Yeah.
little foot pedal for it?
No, it's on his
Foot pedal.
Yeah.
it's just
So like,
buttons on his desk.
you can like hands-free, you can hit the
No,
foot pedal.
his is not hands free.
I want a
Gotta
foot
hit
pedal so
buttons.
bad.
I mean, that's good for gamers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can just see someone like, just like us, like we need the Taco Bell sign and we need a foot pedal to go ding,
Ding.
Like, it's dumb. Uh,
I think I covered everything. I don't think I'm missing
so.
anything regarding the public channel. So again, if you missed it, if you just joined us, our main show is going to be going from every week to every other week. On average, it's 2 shows a month. We're adding a show called POV Watches, which is essentially a classic movie style review thing where we're watching movies we've never seen before, and then Q&As will be uploaded at the end of each month. And if you
there
want to ask
may or may
questions,
not be more things being talked about.
but we're not mentioning those, Brian. Like
No,
said,
I know. I'm just teasing. A little tease.
there's no timeline, so maybe we shouldn't tease any.
Just a little tease.
All right. Well, if we are finished with that, we can go and get in with the show topics for this evening. The first one that we're going to be discussing is last night's Golden Globes. It's funny. I saw, and granted, he lives across the world, but Andy literally said, "Oh, wait, those happened."
Yeah.
Which I think is the perfect sum up of this event.
There was no lead up, really.
It's
at all.
very weird. And credit to Selvin, who's in the chat. He replied to my tweet last night, and he said that, which I think is very true. The Golden Globes are way too early. Way
Yeah.
too early.
Yeah.
It's literally January 8th.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like the Oscars typically, and before they were pushed back a few weeks, originally they were always the last week of February. That's a full month and a half before the actual Oscars happen. Now,
Mhm.
I don't know how everyone else feels, but to me, it would make sense to clump everything together. Not on the same weekend, but okay, here's one weekend, here's another weekend, here's another weekend. And you kind of want it close to the Oscars being that it's the biggest one. Like that's the one that everyone talks about, unless you're just not confident in yourself as an award show, which at this point, I don't think the Golden Globes should be confident at all in what they are doing because it's clearly not working.
When are the Emmys?
The Emmys were this weekend as well.
I thought it was just part one of the Emmys.
Or maybe part one, yeah, because I saw Keke Palmer won for reality host.
Keke Palmer won. What's his name won for Last of Us.
It's next weekend,
Nick Offerman won for Last of Us.
Yeah.
the 15th.
I think Jill's right. I think they do 2 parts.
They do. Yeah.
Oh
they
yeah,
did a part
it
one.
says the
Because there's so
broadcast
much.
is on January 15th.
Creative Art Emmys. Thank you, John. Okay, so just regarding the Golden Globes here quickly, and we'll each kind of take our turns and talk about things maybe we want to talk about. But regarding the actual awards themselves, on the movie side, Oppenheimer obviously took the most awards. It won best picture or best film, and then Christopher Nolan also won best director. Cillian Murphy also won best actor, which I think was all expected, especially when it came to Nolan and Murphy. Maybe not the movie, but Nolan and Murphy specifically. Barbie walked away with 2, I believe, and it won the first ever box office achievement award.
Mm-hmm. And then best song.
Yeah, and then best song, which obviously makes sense. And then Emma Stone won for best actress. Lily Gladstone won for best supporting actress for Killers of the Flower Moon. And then Robert Downey Jr. won for best supporting actor in Oppenheimer, which I did not mention. Those are the big ones. There's obviously a bunch of little ones throughout the night, but and then we could talk about the host and everything kind of happened with that because that was a big part of social media. But Molly, I'll let you start us off here. You reminded us about it in the chat earlier, so go ahead and kick this off. What were your thoughts about the Golden Globes?
I wish I had been home to watch it. I don't know even how you can watch it anymore unless you have like
it's on cable, which I think is on ABC.
But like, I did see a lot of people saying that like, where was the red carpet footage and like coverage and stuff? Like, I used to love to watch the red carpet shows and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know they were happening until I started seeing stuff from it this morning. So, but the thing that really got me excited was seeing that Emma Stone won for Poor Things because I loved that movie. I thought it was so weird and cool. and so I was just really happy to see that she won. But a lot of times when I watch the Golden Globes, it's kind of like telling me, okay, which movies do I really need to see before the Oscars?
Yeah.
Kind of that for me.
Poor Things is one on my list.
Yeah.
Just because of last night. So
it's really good. I still need to see Oppenheimer.
oh,
Same.
I was trying to wait and to see if it was going to come back out in theaters.
it is.
Is
Is
it?
it?
It is. It's coming back out in IMAX.
When? I have been trying
Look it
to.
up. Google it. It's coming
I
back out.
have been. They haven't said anything.
Yeah, so I'm kind of waiting for that to watch that one specifically, but who else won big? The Bear had a couple of good wins.
Bear had a lot. Bear and Succession, I think.
Bear and
like,
Succession led
dominated.
TV.
I'm gonna have to start watching.
But the
this show.
Succession led the main categories.
Mhm.
They got 2
Yeah.
acting awards, and then I think they got best show, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And then the Bear, obviously he won, Jeremy Allen White, and I don't know what the other award was that they won. So
The actress.
Actress, yeah.
oh, she did win. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
There was
Oh, and
something
Beef
else in there.
Beef as well
Beef.
won. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was gonna ask. I couldn't remember if you guys saw Beef, but that was really good.
I saw 1.5 episodes. I have yet to finish it.
It's crazy.
It's because I was watching it with Gabby, and then I come home one day and she finished it. So,
Oh well.
Gabby, why?
so I never went
That
back.
tracks. That absolutely tracks.
I'm really curious about The Boy and the Heron. I really want to see that, but I was bummed that Spider-Verse didn't win.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously haven't seen The Boy and the Heron either, but I do feel like Spider-Verse is. I feel like that's probably going to win the Oscar.
I don't know.
Really, you think?
Boy and the Heron's
Mhm.
got a lot of
Maybe
Yeah.
I gotta check it out then. I gotta watch
yeah.
it.
I think they're gonna purposely try to stay away from comic book stuff.
Yeah, Boy and the Heron is getting a lot of love.
I mean, it makes
So-
sense. I mean,
Mhm.
totally makes sense. It's from
and it's recency bias too, just because it came out.
that's so funny. And this is a conversation I feel like happens every year, but because I'll be completely transparent here. I'm terrified for this specific reason for Dune. It always feels like the movies that come out in the beginning of the year just get shunned
Forgotten.
because they're so far away.
100%.
It doesn't make sense to me. Just because it came out in April or May, like you're not going to give it a chance. I get it, but
So okay,
Like,
that
why?
kind of.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of, and I starred this for a reason. What Blake said. I think it's because this one came out too late.
Yeah.
no, I don't think that's true.
No.
Well,
Oscar
what-
Oscar movies usually always release Christmas time / beginning of January.
Yeah, but I think
Always.
didn't it come like after Christmas Day?
No, it came out Christmas weekend.
I wasn't hearing too much buzz about how great Iron Claw was. Just a lot of people saying it was good but very depressing. But like maybe it didn't have any.
I heard Oscar
Oscar-worthy-
buzz for Zach.
So did
what
I.
I
was going to
heard.
say I heard the movie's really, really, really good. Maybe on the verge of great, but I heard that Zac Efron puts in his all-time greatest performance.
Mm-hmm.
More
But-
than Troy Bolton.
Damn right.
I do want to see it. I love a good
So do
depressing
I.
movie.
Same.
It's the one movie that's out right now that I'm craving to see. And I've told everybody that texted me saying,
Not
"Have you seen
Aquaman?
it?" I've seen Oppenheimer.
Oh, you saw it already? How?
Aquaman? You said Aquaman.
You said
Aquaman.
Aquaman? No, not Aquaman.
What did you say?
I said Aquaman.
Oppenheimer.
Oh no, I said Aquaman.
I've told everyone who has said that they're going to see it or asked me about it to not text me after they watch it. So I've not heard from a lot of people who have seen it.
Want to know nothing.
So
I've
we'll
got
see
a-
when I get to see it. So
I've got an AMC gift card burning a hole in my pocket. I'm just kind of like, I don't know
Ooh.
which
I gotta-
movie I want to see.
I don't think I'm going to be able to drag Gabby to that one in theaters. So
If I had a gift card, I would go see like a BS movie. Like I would go see like Night Swim
The Mean Girls one.
you should go see
or the
Anyone But You, 'cause that
or the
movie
Mean
rocks.
Girls musical.
Yeah, there's just like a bunch of random.
I love
movies
how
out
they
that I wanna
have
see.
just not advertised that movie as a musical.
I
Because
haven't
people
seen a
won't
single
see
thing
it.
about it.
People won't see it if they
I know.
advertise it. That's the
That's
same
what
thing
I
they did
think
with Wonka. They didn't
I
advertise
know.
Wonka as a musical either, which is a bummer because you should, because musicals are great. But anyway,
There's a couple I need to see. You went and saw Anyone But You, and I wanted to see that.
It's a really great rom-com.
That's what I've heard, and
It's
looks
really good. It is very old school, and I think Glenn Powell is an absolute superstar, and Sydney Sweeney is the it girl. She's 100% the it girl.
It just looked funny, like just genuinely just funny.
Well, it's a chance to see Sydney Sweeney specifically outside of Euphoria, because that role is so specific. Like, you get to see her like be her a little bit in this, and then Glenn Powell obviously just continues his rise to stardom after Maverick and a few other things. He actually is in a film later this year, excuse me. It's called Hitman. He plays a hitman, which I'm super interested in because it's a much more serious role, which we haven't seen him in yet. He's been in kind of like the comedic roles a little bit, which Top Gun still had too. So I'm very interested. Jesus, Gabby. Oh my God.
I love her. I miss you.
Yeah, anyone but you. If anyone's interested, it's a really fun time. It's a very old school classic rom-com. It's a lot of fun.
I still haven't even seen Godzilla -1.
I want to see
Oh, that was good. We did. See
Oh, you
that.
haven't seen it? I thought you
I barely get to a movie theater.
No, but I could have sworn that you had saw it.
No, Molly said that it's very much a me movie.
Oh, maybe that's what it was then. Okay, maybe that's why I thought.
Yeah.
As soon as I started like posting about seeing it, I saw that they were going to release it in black and white, and I was like, "Oh, that would have been."
That's
Oh.
I want to see the black and white.
The
so
Godzilla
bad.
one?
So
Yeah.
bad.
Ooh, maybe
I'm
I'll
sure
wait.
Sean will go see it again in black and white. I wouldn't be
Yeah, I
surprised.
want to. Sean texted me as soon as he saw it. I told him to shut up. I told him to leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Go away.
But yeah, I'm all about black and white releases because they did it for
Mad Max. We
they
know.
did it for Mad Max, but they also did it for Logan. They did
Yeah.
a
Oh,
yeah.
black and white release for Logan, and they're gorgeous. They're just there's nothing like a prime black and white release.
If they do, oh my God, Furiosa in color, and then like a month later do black and white, are you gonna go again?
Are you seriously asking me that?
Yeah, I don't know. Never know.
Jake's gonna see Furiosa once, go outside, buy another ticket, and go right
Yeah.
back and see it again.
No,
Pretty
correction. I'll have the second ticket already bought.
Yeah,
Oh, there. Okay. Oh, sorry.
like the movie's just.
He'll go get more popcorn and then go back into the theater.
That's gonna be Bo's first movie.
Oh, really?
Jesus.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna blow his ears out.
Have you
Jeez.
We have little headphones for him.
have you like sat there on the couch with him like and watched a movie like just like
Yeah, you want to know what his first ever movie actually was? He wasn't watching
Don't
it.
don't
It was
don't,
The
don't-
Exorcist, wasn't it?
No, you guys will never guess this.
Oh.
What was it?
Wait.
Totally Killer.
Oh,
Neat.
that's setting him up.
I watched Totally
Right.
Killer within the first 2 weeks of him being home.
Love it.
I don't even know what that is.
I remember, you mentioned that he was around for The Exorcist, and I was like, yeah.
No, he I watched it on the couch and not like he can't obviously see at that point too. His eyes were very blurry,
Mhm.
but Gabby, she's not a fan of horror movies, and I was watching it in the middle of the day. It was like a Sunday or something, and she walked by and it was like a scary scene, and she was like, "Oh my God, what are you watching?" I was like, "The Exorcist." She goes, "Don't let him watch that, please."
He can't see it.
I've never even
I know.
heard of this movie. This Totally Killer.
It's good.
Totally Killer is awesome. It's
It
so
gives
much-
me Happy Death Day vibes.
it's exactly
it
what
is-
it should give.
Oh,
Very
is it? Oh,
similar.
okay.
Happy Death Day and Freaky. Okay, so that just shows how boring the Golden Globes are.
Yeah,
We're not talking about the Golden Globes anymore.
No.
We're talking about random things and movies that we want to see. So I don't know if anybody watched it or had thoughts on it or just didn't care about it, but did anybody see the monologue, the opening?
Yeah.
I
saw
just
some
heard it was
clips of it.
terrible.
He tried to come for our Lord and Savior Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And
I don't even know who that guy is.
immediately
Joe
backfired.
Coy. See, it bums me out because I actually like Joe Coy. Like, I think he's funny.
So, yes, he did come for Taylor Swift, which is the main thing that gets blown up on social media. That's the thing that everyone talks about.
dumb.
But I haven't seen a lot. I've only been alive for so long. It's one of the. It's might be the worst monologue I've ever seen as far as an award show ever.
I saw that he like threw his writers under the bus, and I
Oh,
was
It's
like,
bad.
Oh,
he,
100%.
Like,
he
it's
pitched a
bad.
he pitched a
Oof.
fit live
oh
because
god,
Yeah.
no one was laughing at his jokes.
Yeah,
and I
it's
was like,
bad.
what a fragile man
Oof.
to
It's-
throw your writers under the bus
Yeah.
because you're not entertaining.
especially right after a writer's strike. That's definitely a choice.
Yeah,
He-
it was very bad. Very, very bad.
There was the fact that like I don't think I've ever seen it where like you did your joke and just nothing. Like
No
they
reaction.
there was
Oh.
nothing.
Who
There-
was it Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman that get banged around for the
No,
Oscar
Anne
weekend?
Hathaway and oh god, what's his name?
Who was her partner at that time
And
that
not
they
Hugh
hosted?
Jackman. Shoot, what's his dumb name? He was
So-
canceled.
So
Jared
those
Leto?
two
Army
Oh,
Hammer?
James Franco. So those two are absolutely like they had a really bad hosting experience. Like they just did not do well. This washes away anything that those two did.
Do you see the
Any.
when
God.
Selena Gomez literally just went like this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a bunch of I saw a bunch of just different clips of women in the audience just being
Just like
so done with it. Like,
And then did you see Harrison Ford like looking around? He was saying it.
Well, he doesn't know what's going on half the time anyway.
he was
Yeah, I
next
know.
to Helen Mirren, who also was like,
Yeah. It was just
God.
he literally like took the whole of Barbie and just like this is why we made the movie. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Literally,
literally like
yeah.
it was literally like
You proved why this movie needs to exist.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's just I can only imagine like sitting at the Barbie table and just hearing that and just being
Ugh.
like
we're living the Barbie movie right now.
Yeah.
you
Whatever
should-
happened to the days where Neil Patrick Harris hosted everything and everybody was happy and everyone was having a good time? Can we go back to having Neil Patrick Harris host everything?
Well,
Because he's fun, he's quirky, he throws in a fun little musical number in there once in a while. It's great.
he won't
Tina
do it.
Fey
any-
and Amy Poehler
Oh,
also
they
Yes.
were.
kill it.
I don't know why
anytime
the Golden Globes just don't continue to ask them back every year. Like it should just be Tina Fey and Amy Poehler every
I
single
bet
The
year.
you they
Golden
don't
Globes
wanna
shouldn't
do it.
have a host either, really. It doesn't really need a
Well, that's the
host.
whole thing about this like event in general. So obviously it needs to happen, right? It's part of the award circuit that happens every single year. And we've had the conversation about the Oscars and having a host or not. Is the Golden Globes a high enough of a profile and enough? Does it have enough prestige along with it to be as big as something to have a singular host where there's a gigantic red carpet and a gigantic lead up? Like if they're not going to do it themselves, should it even be held that way going forward? Like, should it be held to like typically it's Oscars, BAFTAs, and then the Golden Globes are somewhere down here. Should it even be in that spot?
Did
It's like the
Oscars
frat
have a
party
host?
of the award
Yeah.
shows.
Did the Oscars have a host already?
I'm sure they do.
They didn't
No.
even
Like-
they didn't announce Joe Coy as the host until 10 days ago. Like 2 weeks
Like
ago.
honestly, I'm fine with award shows not having hosts. Like honestly, like
There's no reason really.
Jimmy Kimmel,
is he doing
uh,
it?
which I actually
I-
like.
He's
I
fine.
he
think he's
doesn't-
okay.
Yeah, he just kind of just moves the show along. It's
Yeah.
like not even.
It's a
Well,
really
he
hard
did it last
job
year.
for anyone, really, because like you have to make topical jokes and you have to kind of ride that line of being funny and like kind of shocking, but not too shocking. And I get that it's a hard job, and a lot of people probably just don't want to touch it anymore. But anyone could have been better than that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I've never seen like even not great jokes get like some noise. It was crickets. Just yeah. Like,
I
you
would
could hear
prefer
someone
having
cough.
I would prefer having Ricky Gervais come back,
I
making
was gonna
everyone
say-
super uncomfortable.
I was gonna say bring back Ricky Gervais because I love when Ricky Gervais hosts things because he tells the truth and makes everyone
He
uncomfortable. and
he
it's
commented.
great.
I think he commented on it.
I think
His
They're
comedy
probably
special,
special.
His comedy special won a Golden Globe, which everyone thought was ironic and funny.
Yeah, he'll
They're
never
probably
host
too
again.
scared.
He
They
doesn't
probably
want to.
wouldn't
No, he doesn't
want-
want to. Yeah.
Well, no,
doesn't
I'm
want
just
to.
saying in general. I bet you they would be like, yeah, no, he'll destroy us.
Yeah. No, I love Ricky Gervais.
Jeremy, because Ryan Reynolds even knows that that's a sinking ship he doesn't want to get on.
It would all be a freaking ad for his stupid gin and his Mint Mobile thing that he has now.
I just watched that Deadpool award thing that he put out, and that was hilarious. I was just like, oh, what is this? And I was like, okay. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
He accepted. They won an award. His Wrexham soccer club documentary docuseries.
Oh yeah.
They won an award, and he accepted the award as Deadpool. It was
But
Deadpool's mask, and then a
And
nice
the
suit.
tux, yeah.
But every time he would refer to himself as, or anytime Deadpool would refer to Ryan Reynolds, he would call him Mr. Lively.
Mr. Lively, yeah.
So it was good.
Well, any final thoughts on the massive sinking ship that is the Golden Globes at this point?
Bring
No.
on the Oscars.
Yeah,
No one cares.
It's going to be interesting. I feel like the Oscars is kind of in a similar boat where over the last few years, it almost feels like nobody is caring as much as they used to. Because for me personally, 5-6 years ago, it was a hard, like, I'm watching this, like, I'm sitting down, I'm watching the Oscars, and over the last few years, it just feels like it just isn't as, not important, but it's not being held to the standard that it should be, or it feels that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Did anyone see the what's it called? Oh my god, the Killers of the Flower Moon?
No, it comes out this Friday on Apple though.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna bring up that Lily Gladstone won best performance female actor in a motion picture drama. That was, I think she was the first Indigenous person to win that award. So that,
and I believe it's her first role ever.
Dang.
I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, me too. I'm watching it Friday. I already decided. It's 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I
I knew that was going to be one that I would prefer seeing at home versus in the theater because I can take my own little intermission. Just
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Take a break.
100%.
Yeah, that makes I had no desire to see that in theater, sitting there for
It's a long time.
3.5 hours.
That's what most movies are headed towards, unfortunately.
At least Oppenheimer has boom boom explosions and stuff like that. It has one giant explosion.
Yeah. One big one.
Yeah, no, Golden Globes are boring.
All right. Well, I think that is our cue to move on from the Golden Globes. We're going to go ahead and get into the last portion of this evening, and then we're going to talk about some 2024 predictions. And this is regarding anything. This is entertainment. This is life. This is current or events happening in the world, whether it be there's a little bit of politics in there, there's a little bit of governmental stuff in there, there's some just things from all across the board are thrown on the 2024 predictions, and we're doing it via bingo. Jill brought up the brilliant idea to create a POV bingo card. And so what we did is, because bingo is played with 24 slots plus a free space, each of us brought up 6 different predictions we think could happen in 2024. And at the end of the year, we will see if we get bingo in any capacity. Some of them are possible. Some of them are in no way possible. But hey, we tried.
We should see.
We're
if
going
people
for
in
blackout,
chat-
baby.
If
It's
anyone in
impossible to go
chat-
for blackout.
We should see if anyone in chat can guess whose is whose.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we'll
100%.
do that.
Before we reveal them, or before we reveal who said what, we'll let the chat decide on what is what. So what you're going to do is, why don't you guys put the text in the box, so the actual prediction, and then dash someone's name. Just fill it out in the chat, and we'll go through them at the end and see if you guys got any right. And I will say, we asked the patrons to do the same. I'll read some of theirs off as well towards the end. But this is what our 2024 bingo card looks like. All right, so let me go and read them off for everybody, especially for the audio listeners. So, in order, we have a death in the royal family, a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce breakup, Deadpool 3 earns $1 billion, the San Francisco 49ers do not win the Super Bowl, mass recall of the Cybertruck, what's Okatar?
Akatar.
Akatar? What's Akatar?
A
Court of Thorns and Roses.
Series cast announced. There you go. A Certain Point of View YouTube channel reaches 5,000 subscribers. A major, that's not on there, but a major male celebrity comes out as gay. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have a proposal. An in-person POV group photo. Dodgers do not win the World Series. Chris Evans and his wife announce that they are pregnant. Celebrity drug overdose. My God, is that dark? Barbie sequel or Ken spinoff, so one or the other. A live-action The Lord of the Rings movie announced. Tom Holland and Zendaya get engaged. Avatar: The Last Airbender is Netflix's biggest debut ever. Georgia stays a blue state. Dune 2 wins 1 acting award and 1 film award at the Oscars. Britney Spears drops a new song. The double-decker taco makes a comeback. Donald Trump goes to jail. Ryan Gosling joins the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And The Fourth Wing gets an adaptation. Can be TV or movie. So those are our 24 predictions for 2024. Very interesting list here. It is seriously all across the board.
There are some that people are going to think, and it's definitely not going to be.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance.
Yeah.
So chat, put it out there. Guess who is who. We will run through them at the very end.
Hi, Winston.
Winston,
I miss you.
What's
Hi,
up,
Winston.
man? The swaggy blurred himself just wanted to say I miss you guys and hope you are doing well. Thank you so much, Winston.
Happy
Hope
New
you're
Year,
doing well
Winston.
as well, man.
I just want to know
miss you.
if he's still hungover from the Cowboys clinching the division.
I think they have bigger things in plan, so I'm sure he might be
I
saying
know.
that.
Well, you know, small victories.
Okay, so curiosity here on my part. I want to go through each of us, and I want each of us to reveal our favorite prediction.
Ooh.
Our favorite prediction. And then we're going to go through the one that we think is the most likely
If someone
to land.
picks
And then
celebrity drug.
So we're going to go through our favorite prediction, the one that we think is most likely to happen, and the one we think least likely is to happen. So go and think on it, and then we'll go through these. Chat, again, go ahead and put who you think is putting these on our bingo card. Put our names along with the actual prediction itself, and we'll go through them towards the end.
Should we? I feel like there's one we should definitely not say most likely to happen.
Why?
Oh, so maybe it's, I would imagine for sure happening. But that's just me. Okay, never mind. Maybe not. That's surprising.
Okay, does everyone have an idea of which one they think, or their favorite prediction? Does everyone have their favorite prediction?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Molly, why don't you go ahead?
I'll say that this one's my favorite. Or wait, are we picking from the ones that we put in, or just
No,
overall?
just in general.
No.
Just in
Oh.
general. So
Okay.
out of the entire board, what is your favorite prediction?
All right, come back to me then.
Okay. Ryan?
Favorite, like, do we actually think it's going to happen? Or
No,
favorite,
your
just
favorite
like we
prediction.
like
It could be outlandish, it could be wrong, it could be right. Just your favorite prediction that we made.
Oh, Trump going to jail.
Okay.
That's a good one. I do like that
Easily. I want to see his orange face in an orange jumpsuit.
Okay.
one. It clashes,
Definitely gonna
Yeah.
clash.
Yeah.
Mine's the POV reaches 5,000 because I like just having that out in the ether. I just like having that
I like that too. Yeah.
put into the universe.
I like that.
Um.
Go ahead, Molly.
Okay, I have mine. I honestly, I'm gonna say the Akatar series cast announced, just because I didn't know that there was even a show already in the works, and I am still reading the first book, but I'm obsessed. So
I like cried. Small tear when you said that you were hooked.
yeah, I'm gonna try to read all of them. We'll see if it happens.
So I was going to also say the 5,000 subscribers, but just to go different from Jill, I'll say the Dune 2 and the Oscars, just because putting that out in the world means that the movie is absolutely phenomenal if it wins Oscars. So, and I would love that because the movie comes out in March, and I'm terrified it's not going to get nominated.
I'm so happy none of us picked Celebrity Drug Overdose.
Whoever put that on the board is what is going through your head.
It happens often enough. It's a safe bingo bet.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. All right, chat. Come on, make some predictions here.
I like how Gabby did it. You guys should do that.
Yeah, Gabby did make a prediction here. So for me, she put Deadpool, 5,000 subscribers, the 49ers Super Bowl, and the Ken spinoff Barbie sequel. I'm not going. Should I reveal it or should I wait?
Say how many she got right.
Okay, so she got 2 of the 4 right. Yeah, 2 of the 4.
You can go through and we can we could go over it one by one, and then people can guess, and then we can.
Gabby for Jill put Tom Holland and Zendaya's engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Did she get that right?
She did not.
Okay.
Although that would have been if we were doing our individual bingo cards, that would have been a part of it.
Got it. So if you came up with 24 on your own,
that would have been on my bingo card. Yeah.
Okay. And then Jeremy said for Brian, male celebrity comes out as gay.
Yeah. Duh.
Correct.
Obviously. I was going to be very specific, but then I was like, I'll just leave it.
Okay.
I literally think it's a matter of time on a certain someone.
And then Jeremy also said, for me, Dune 2 wins acting and film Oscars. Yes, you are correct. That's obvious. I think that's obvious. Vapion said, Molly, Georgia stays a blue state.
Nope, that was Jake.
That is correct.
That one is a little bit telling, but yes, that was me.
I feel like there's one that everyone could pinpoint us. At least one.
Yeah.
Nobody has figured out those ones for Jill just yet. They figured everybody else out. So.
Well, for God's sakes, people.
Jeremy said for Molly, the Barbie sequel and Ken spinoff.
That was me.
That was Molly. All right. Let's go ahead and go through these one by one. Talk about them. See where we land with these. We'll just go in order again. Death in the royal family. Thoughts, everybody? I know Jill has some.
Are we saying thoughts of if we think it's going to happen or no?
Yeah.
Maybe they all die. That would be
every single one.
Fantastic.
They would bring back the crown in a heartbeat. No, I'm kidding. Sure.
I don't pay enough attention to the royal family to really have an opinion on this.
I don't either. One of us does.
Yeah, it's obviously it's me.
I mean, if King what's his face did, that'd be wild.
Yeah, it's the UK, it's the English royal family. Yeah, although they do have a very notable life expectancy. Those the Windsors, they lived to be like 102. But one maybe Camilla decides to
those old English
trip on a stair.
I got a good question for you, Jill. Do you have a prediction on who? Maybe.
I would or
who we want.
Yeah. Who do I want? Who do I want? Either Prince Andrew or King Charles is who I want. Who do I think? Probably Camilla.
Okay.
Prince Andrew was on that Epstein list, right?
Yes, he was.
Boo! Get rid of him.
Yep.
Die.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Next one here. A Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce breakup. Do we want to reveal who's that?
I would never.
I'm not. Maybe people don't know this about me, but I am not a self-proclaimed Swiftie. I think she's fine, and I just put honestly, I put that because of
she was begging to let that one be hers. People.
I called dibs on that one.
Yeah, someone said Swift and Kelce proposal, and I went, I'm calling breakup.
I just wanted to be devil's advocate and call the opposite.
100%.
See.
I mean, I don't see it happening personally. I mean, it very well could.
Look,
You never know
something
what
might
happens.
come out and we all find out that he is a piece of trash, and then you'll be like, Molly was
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
He was a piece of trash. Now he's not.
I don't think he's
Once
He was pretty
trash.
bad when he had his like little dating show.
that doesn't make you a
well.
piece of trash. It's just a dating
He
show.
said some things that aren't great, but
I
now
don't
he's
really
great.
know
I love
anything
him.
about him, so except that he plays football.
Just speak because he got brought up. I don't know if you guys saw, but I saw it on Twitter that apparently he wants to pursue an acting career after football.
Oh,
Of
God.
course.
That is one way to
Precious.
turn.
He's like,
me
wow,
on.
I got super famous. Maybe I could act.
Well, we'll see. As Blake says, Molly hates love.
Mm.
womp womp.
Next one here is Deadpool 3 earns $1 billion. That is mine.
I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, easily.
So I actually had a tough time putting this because it's R-rated, first of all. But that was before looking at the box office of the first two. The first two both made over $780 million. This one features Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. It's inside the MCU.
People aren't seeing movies as much anymore. So
Yeah,
I wonder
but-
if that might balance it out.
Except Barbie just made $1 billion.
This is
And
going to be a cameo fest.
that was
this
all-
is the only Marvel movie to come out this year.
People of all ages went to see Barbie.
No, I know. But there's definitely going to be 15-year-olds that find their way in to watch Deadpool 3.
Oh, 100%. My kids are already talking about it at work.
So I think it's... I mean, look, there's a lot of movies I think that come out throughout the year that could easily make $1 billion or have the chance to prior release. But just looking at it from this right now where we are, I think it has the highest chance out of all of them. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds' movies have performed pretty good recently. He's under the MCU banner now. He's got Hugh Jackman. There's probably going to be cameos that are teased. And then once word of mouth happens after release, that's when you get more people to the theater. So I definitely think that it's very, very possible.
I think it's possible.
Yeah. All right, next one here. San Francisco 49ers do not win the Super Bowl.
I don't even know.
You got me.
Yeah, I don't even know who has a contention to be in the Super Bowl. So,
Well, playoffs haven't even started yet. They start.
okay. Well,
They start next week.
So clearly, I'm very uneducated.
But the San Francisco 49ers are the number one seed in the NFC. They have the best record. They were, prior to the season, they were regarded as one of the best teams, if not the best team. And they've proven that. So it's clearly either Brian or I.
It was made by me, but Jake and I both are probably hoping for
I mean, I didn't put it, but absolutely, I do not want the 49ers to win because they have the worst fan base on the planet. I hate them.
They would be
insufferable. They suck. All of you suck. I'm sorry. I said
it's funny because I like the people on the team. Like, there's some cool players, but I just can't get past 49er fans. Like, they're
the worst fans in the world.
Insufferable.
Not because they're like rude, but when their teams suck, they disappear.
Yeah,
they're nowhere to be found. But then when their team is good,
fans.
Woo, they're rah, let's go, you know?
One of my friend's sister just got punched by a Michigan fan at
oh my God.
At like one of their games recently. I don't know anything about Michigan fans, but I was like,
well,
damn.
Michigan just played in Southern California. Are they from Southern California?
Yes. Well, that's where she lives now.
Oh, so they
just played at the Rose Bowl 2 weeks, or 2 weeks ago.
That was it.
They're literally playing right now in the national championship.
Yeah, they're winning.
Yeah. All right, next one: the mass recall of the Cybertruck.
Are they supposed to come out?
Has anybody want to reveal themselves?
Yeah, that was me. They are already out. They are already out. Sean's my future father-in-law knows how much I hate Teslas and Tesla products, and he works in a very affluent area, and he sent me a picture of a Cybertruck in the parking lot of where he works. And I was like, that is the worst looking vehicle I've ever seen in my entire life.
I have yet to see one person say, dude, those things look so cool.
No, they're just they're an ego get. People will
Yeah.
only get them to stroke their egos. They don't like if you get in an accident in this truck, because all cars are built with like it collapses for your own personal safety. Like the front will collapse a little bit, the back will collapse a little bit. This one doesn't, which is not a safe thing. So the fact that it's even on the roads is like
well, yeah,
insane.
but it can withstand gunshot wounds apparently. And
Yeah, because where are you driving where you're getting shot at all the time?
LA.
Sean Sullivan, no. It's because he like vehicles that look like boxes. So he's like, ooh, the Cybertruck has edges.
I mean, you could have fooled me if they said that they blew up a giant Hot Wheel. That
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
it's literally what it looks like.
Yeah, I predict a mass recall.
It does look very, very dumb. The only video I've seen of one of those trucks is like it being pulled out of the mud by like a Ford F-150 or something.
Yeah,
like...
you can't. It's a truck, but you can't like go four-wheeling on it. Like you can barely go 50 miles on one charge.
So it's really a cyber vehicle, not a Cybertruck.
They call it a Cybertruck, but
All cybercars look stupid. Anyway.
also the battery is in the trunk. Like so, like you can't even put stuff really even in the trunk of the car.
What's the hood look like?
I don't even know.
It's like a Porsche where it's like I think.
Yeah, you
that
can like
type
store
thing.
stuff in the hood, maybe.
This is this generation's like. Look at my big truck with big wheels. I have a tiny wiener.
It's this generation's
Like
Hummer,
that.
but more
Yeah.
stupid.
Ugh.
Because
I
the
actually
Hummer, you
still
can at
know
least go
someone that drives
four-wheeling
the
in it.
Hummer.
You can
Yeah,
at
but
least
the
go
Hummer is
four-wheeling in a
green
Hummer.
now.
Yeah, the Hummer is green now, which is so
My
weird.
coworker has one. It's very weird.
They're green vehicles.
Yeah.
They're great for the environment now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the color, and I was like, they're
No.
all green now?
No. No.
Just the
I was like,
army
that's
ones.
weird.
Oh my god, no.
All right, next one here is a Court of Thorn and Roses series cast announced.
Someone beat me to that one.
Teehee. That was me.
This witch over here is starting to steal my thunder.
And originally,
Why? How is it your thunder?
Because
Don't
I've
gatekeep,
been
Brian.
begging. I'm gatekeeping. I've been begging someone to read it, and now Molly Damon's gonna read it, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, Molly! Thanks for putting me on this." I'm just like, yeah.
It's been sitting on my shelf for about 3 years. I just haven't.
It is arguably one of the best book series I have read since Harry Potter.
I'm gonna start it tonight for 75 soft.
And it's smutty. Oh, is it smutty?
It's honestly, I was expecting it to be more smutty.
Oh,
it really didn't pick up until halfway through. I was like, this isn't anything really.
You're
and
in the
it's
first
still not.
book. It gets
People say the second
progressive.
book is where it's at. So I was like, okay, I'll keep going. Hopefully, like one of my resolutions is to read more non-Star Wars books. So I'm off to a good start.
Woo.
I haven't read a book series in a long time where it gets better every time you read the book. You're like, oh my god, there's no way you can top this one. And then it's like, oh my god, this one's so much better than that one. And then you get to the third one, you're like, the first one was the best one, but it's shit compared to this one. It's just like, yeah.
That's
It's
so yeah,
wild.
that's so uncommon. So I hope that I feel that way about these.
And this book series is prime for a well done TV series.
Mhm.
Like it could legitimately just explode. And honestly, and I wish it would have been a perfect Prime show, Amazon Prime. I wish they had the rights to it because I feel like Hulu's going to hold it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Hulu has the rights?
Uh-huh.
So Disney has the rights.
Yeah.
So Disney's probably going to sell the rights.
I hope so. I hope they sell the rights to
Because
Amazon.
they're swallowing Hulu.
Yeah, Disney cannot do this story justice.
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
Hulu's disappearing as a whole thing overall. It's being put on Disney Plus, so I doubt Disney.
It is.
That's probably why it's stalled.
Probably.
Like any news.
So
about
more than
the
likely,
show.
you'll probably see them sell the rights.
I hope so, because this is one of those ones that needs to end up on like an HBO or a Prime or a Showtime where they can show boobs and ass, and it's just like, yeah.
Boobs and ass.
So, yeah, and it's just not going to work under a Disney banner.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, love it.
All right, moving on here.
Yeah.
Moving on here. Next one here is POV reaches 5,000 YouTube subscribers.
Put that in the ether.
Now, I put that in there, but I think this one goes for all of us.
Yes.
I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible.
It's possible.
Where are we at right now?
We sit just under 2,000. I think we're around 1,600 right now.
Ooh.
That's a big jump.
Big jump. But hey,
Dang.
I think anything's possible.
I
can do it.
Happen.
You know, with the new things that we're implementing on the channel, the new things we're implementing on Discord and Patreon, there's definitely a possibility for us to catch some fire, especially with the world how social media works these days.
That was the best Hunger Games movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Next one here is major male celebrity comes out as gay. We already mentioned this.
I already said that. There's someone specific I have in mind, and if anyone guesses it in the chat, I will.
Can I guess it?
I don't know what it is.
Sure.
I think I know who Brian's talking about.
Hugh Jackman.
Nope.
150%.
Oh.
You're talking about Hugh Jack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
I've said this for decades.
So have a lot of other people. I think that's pretty common.
If not gay, at least part of the LGBTQIA spectrum.
Something, yeah. His wife was a beard for so long. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. All right,
moving on.
Yeah, just go.
On the opposite side of the breakup, we have a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce proposal.
This was me. Because I actually think they're cute. I'm not a Swiftie by any means. Ignore my. This is not a Taylor Swift sweatshirt. It's
ask us out of the four of us who's been to a Taylor Swift concert.
I went begrudgingly.
You went begrudgingly, and me grudgingly holding.
I begrudgingly went to a Taylor Swift concert because I wanted to go hang out with my friends. But I think they're very cute together.
So do I.
They seem happy. You know, they're doing their thing. So that I just threw that out there.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I think it's gonna happen too. I don't pay much attention outside of what shows up on my TikTok, which is a lot because I'm married to someone who is 100% a daughter of mom and dad. So I see a lot of videos, and yeah, I definitely think it's possible. I think it's a perfect storm. You know, not to get too much into it, but she's never been with someone like him, which typically
someone that isn't afraid of her stardom / being.
Yeah, he could care less.
Yeah,
he doesn't care less how big she is, how long she's gone, whatever. He flew to Argentina for 2 days to watch a concert and fly back
with her dad.
Yeah,
and they're like the fan. Like I thought that was cute.
Anyway. All the other guys were pussies. They couldn't handle her, her stardom, if you will.
All right, next one here is an in-person POV group photo, which we have not had since my wedding.
You act like that was so long ago.
Been a while.
That was mine. That one is one that should happen.
Yeah,
because
that's why I was saying.
We all should be going to Jill and Sean's wedding later this year, but I'm more hoping we don't forget to do it.
Yeah, it's one of those. We'll forget. Someone's missing. Someone's in the bathroom throwing up.
Well, the bride is always super busy on the big day, so it's always a task to try to get a picture with the bride on the day.
You know what we should do? We should do one of the four of us, and then one of our significant others, and then Alex can just be doing this to no one, and that could be my significant other. That'd be funny.
Womp
So
womp.
Sean,
Wait,
Alex,
Wait,
and
why would
Gabby.
Alex do it why wouldn't you do it?
It's our significant others.
Because
I'm
it's
not
the significant
in it.
other's
Oh,
photo.
I see.
Mhm.
It'd be like the SpongeBob Bubble
Good.
Boy guy.
Yeah, I mean, look, that one should technically be a free space, but we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah,
what
you never
happens.
know. Never
We
know.
will update you all in late October. Next one is the Dodgers do not win the World Series. This
That
one
Whoever
was
put
you.
this on here just wants to piss me off.
This was me.
Damn it.
And I said it because obviously the hype is very strong around this baseball team right now because they signed arguably the greatest baseball player on the planet to a 10-year contract.
Maybe your team should stop being poor, Jake.
On top of
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong, but your team is ruining my chances at it
Yeah.
because you're paying people $700 million.
Insert Paris Hilton shirt that says "Stop being poor" here.
He has one of those. I need one of those.
She does.
Yeah, so look, there's a lot of hype around this team. They should absolutely, without a doubt, win the World Series. But I put it on a chance that they might because I do believe that the Atlanta Braves are an incredibly good team. And I think they have a really good chance at beating them. So we'll see what happens. Because baseball, anybody can win. It's not like football and basketball where like the best teams are without a doubt the best teams. Baseball, it's anybody on any given day. So
The Braves won not too long ago, didn't they?
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the favorite last year, but they got knocked out in the first round. So
Womp womp.
all right, next one here is Chris Evans and his wife announced a pregnancy.
I would not.
Which
be
her name is
surprised by
Alba Baptista. I
Or
believe.
you can refer to her as bitch that stole all of our mans.
I want to combine this one with Male Celebrity Comes Out because that would just be a mess.
that.
I mean,
if
they were
Chris
both
Evans
fine.
comes out and
I think
and-
you would hear the world's largest gay gasp if that happened. Just it would travel around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was this one yours, Brian?
yeah.
I mean, it's possible she's younger, but he's obviously a little older. And
Are
he's
they like
not
a 12-year age difference?
Yeah, I think she's in her mid to late 20s, and he's close to 40.
I think he is 40, isn't he?
And
That's a gap.
I think they're both in a situation where it's possible he's not obviously involved in the MCU right now.
He's 42.
She's on a Netflix show that actually is shockingly good and way too good for itself. It's called The Warrior Nun.
42 and 26.
It's way too good for itself. But
42 and 26.
That's some Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's
ages.
the Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah. Ooh,
To be fair, I mean, who at what age doesn't want to shack it up with him? So, like, I get it.
Well, yeah, but he could have anybody he wants, and anyway, that's a whole other topic of discussion.
I'm
all right,
sure
moving
she's
on from that
lovely.
one.
I'm sure she's lovely.
To more celebrity controversy. Celebrity drug overdose.
She's
Get
only
dark. I love it.
5'3".
Well,
Would
if
anybody
any-
like to reveal themselves?
If anyone's gonna get dark in this group, it's gonna be me. I said that. I didn't say they had to die. I just said it has to be an overdose.
Hi,
That's
Chase.
true. That is
Hi,
true.
Chase.
And unfortunately, I was also like, what's something very outlandish that is likely to happen? And so that's the one I picked. Unfortunately.
Have we seen one recently?
Yes.
I don't keep
The-
up to date with it, so
The Angus Cloud from Euphoria.
Yeah.
oh,
Um,
I do remember that.
I think
Duh.
technically
No, I know who you're going at.
was it not? I thought it was like what
No.
was taken wasn't like medically prescribed.
No.
No, okay,
I don't
Yeah,
think
that
so.
was iffy. Are you talking about
okay,
Matthew
Matthew
Perry?
yeah. Was that?
It was kind of like a. It sounds like it was kind of a perfect storm of just things
mishaps.
of mishaps and
Bummer, but
Yeah.
well, Angus Cloud was
Okay.
one.
Okay, I was just
Was a
curious. I
recent
don't pay
one.
attention as much, so. Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully that one doesn't happen, but we'll see.
when it does
Hopefully it
happen
doesn't
and it's really sad, we can all be like, yay!
We're all gonna,
Bingo.
we're all gonna be like, "Ugh."
Well,
Next one is a Barbie sequel or Ken spinoff. which we already revealed is Molly's. So
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it'll happen. I just think everyone loved the character of Ken so much. It would be hilarious if he got a spinoff because that's
I have
exactly
a-
what Ken wants.
I have a question. Would like a holiday special also count for a
I think-
spinoff?
I think spinoff.
if
yeah,
it's
that
if it's
would
a
count.
physical movie or television thing, yes, I would say so.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is 100% true, but I think Margot Robbie has already kind of hinted at the fact that they may not want to do a sequel.
Well,
Yeah.
she says she doesn't think Greta is going to want to do one. So if she doesn't want to do it, she don't want any part
Yeah,
of
she's
it.
not
not
going to
gonna
do it
do it
without
without
Greta
Greta.
Gerwig. So,
Mm-mm.
I think a Ken spinoff is very likely. Ryan Gosling has gone on record multiple times saying it's the most challenging but rewarding acting job he's ever done.
I
And
hope it's just called patriarchy.
Well, if you have those type of
Horses.
comments, you love that type of role. So there's definitely a possibility I think you would.
Yeah.
do
And
it. So
I put that one just because for me, I don't want there to be a Barbie sequel. I think that they could really mess it up with that. But
yeah.
just in case, because of how crazy it did, I was
Well,
gonna add
we've
that.
seen what Warner Brothers does to projects that make so much money, and they usually ruin it by making a ton of sequels. So we'll see. Next one is a live action The Lord of the Rings movie announced. That's movie, not series, because we already have the series. Obviously, we are getting an animated movie this year. But Warner Brothers owns the rights, and we've heard the so absolutely brilliant David Zaslav talk about Lord of the Rings before, and I put this one shockingly, and I think it's very likely that we will get some type of live action announcement after or before the animated movie comes out, and before the second season of the Rings of Power to kind of maybe build some hype for that. So
I feel like they're really funneling all their eggs in the basket of Rings of Power. So I'd be shocked, but obviously excited if they
I mean,
did
you
that.
would think they would have to just because of the amount of money they spent on that show.
Yeah, they need to make money back.
But I feel like Warner Brothers is such a hard place just because they have so many little franchises at the moment. And the one person they had making movies for them on a constant basis, being Christopher Nolan, just made one of the greatest movies ever made for Universal. So they, at this point, are kind of like, okay, well, what do we need to do? You know, like, what are we doing? Like, they have Barbie, obviously, but how far can they go into Barbie? They have Harry Potter, which they're doing a TV series for. They have Lord of the Rings. Those are their two biggest. They have the Godzilla Kong stuff, but how much is that actually going to make them? Lord of the Rings seems to be a sure bet. So we'll see.
It's funny because they keep passing off their big film rights to the other studios, and then the other studios just absolutely like kill it. Like, I haven't watched Monarch yet, but like,
it's so good.
Sean's watching it.
I'm waiting.
Sean and I talk about it way too much.
I'm waiting to binge it. I want to binge it. So that's
So
why.
good.
So,
all right, next one here is a Tom Holland and Zendaya engagement.
I hope this one happens.
Me.
I didn't put it, but I hope.
Cute.
me, I don't know. I was trying to find stuff.
I think it's.
I like
I mean,
They've been together a long time.
Mhm.
well, that and they're kind
They're
of
a celebrity couple, yeah.
Yeah, and they're both kind of in a not like a lull, but Zendaya has Dune coming out, which she did her main shooting. Tom Holland's not doing Spider-Man right now.
Zendaya's got that
That
Challengers.
threesome movie coming out.
Challengers, yeah.
Oh God, I can't wait for that movie.
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
definitely watch that when it
she's
comes
just going to be promoting stuff. So right now, I mean, they could be filming stuff, but they're not. Like Zendaya's not doing Dune 3 right now because Denise already said that it may not be his next movie, and then Tom Holland is not doing Spider-Man. I mean, it's kind of a perfect time for it to possibly happen.
Mhm.
Next one is Avatar: The Last Airbender live action show is Netflix's biggest debut ever, which comes out on my birthday, February 22nd, late February. So
This one was mine because I think if anybody can beat Stranger Things, it's
100%.
gonna be Avatar: The Last Airbender.
They
I hope
gotta
so.
market this thing perfectly though.
Yeah, they need to kind of pick it up a little bit. Like, it's not that far.
I
No.
feel like it's. I'm sure a lot of the like animated diehards are not going to watch it at first. Might be like, pass until like they hear it's really good or something. So
think
that's
the-
the only thing that I think would hold it back.
The buzz is going to start right around Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The beginning of February, you drop a trailer during the Super Bowl or some type of promotion, then you have 2 weeks to really hammer in promotion for that. I think you're golden.
Mm-hmm.
Enough people are on Netflix daily to see some type of trailer or something to wash away what is the previous Avatar, or if they've never seen it. And if Netflix was smart, which I don't know if they're doing this, it should be the only series they release during that time period. The biggest concern we've always had with Netflix is they have too much stuff. Do not drop anything new around Avatar. Let that thing be on its own.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for the old people to be like, where are the blue people?
Yeah. Just last night, we were talking to our buddy Tony.
Tony.
Well, this is Tony Thaxton.
Oh, other Tony.
Because we were at the Motion City soundtrack concert last night, but we were telling
Nice.
him about Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he kind of was like looking kind of confused. And it took him a minute, but he was like, "Oh, you're not talking about the blue guys."
No, we're not.
No.
I don't know if
No.
those movies are on Netflix, but if they are, Netflix needs to remove them before this.
I don't think
They're on
they
Disney
are.
Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know sometimes the first Avatar kind of gets thrown around into other services, so I wasn't sure.
They're on Disney Plus.
All right, next one. We already talked about it, but Georgia stays a blue state. Speaking
Pew,
of
pew,
blue,
pew.
Yay, that one
I
was
sure hope it
mine.
does.
I hope so too. I was just telling Alex earlier, I was just like, I keep forgetting that this is an election year, and
God, I
it
know.
stresses
God.
me the fuck out. Like,
Me too.
I'm just, when we get closer to that and the election stuff really starts to pick up, I'm just gonna be a wreck all the time. But
Me too. Let's be a wreck together, Molly. We'll be a
Yeah.
wreck together.
yeah.
Ugh.
Come on, Georgia, do the right thing.
Go, Georgia.
next one here. We already talked about it, but Dune Part 2 wins at least one acting award and one film award at the Oscars in 2025. We talked about it briefly. Very uphill battle just because it comes out in March, but we've seen it happen before. The first one was nominated for a few. I do think this one will probably end up being better. Denis Villeneuve has been nominated multiple times before. How can you argue against him? You have Florence Pugh coming in. You have Austin Butler coming in. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with this one. So, plus, I just want it to happen. Also, hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Long time no see. Next one, Britney Spears drops a brand new song.
This was more wishful thinking than probably happening. I just need a bop.
I don't think it's happening.
Just one.
I don't
I don't
either.
need an album. Or a feature.
Would
Just give
you
me-
would you count singing in some type of commercial happening?
No.
Okay, because I'm thinking of a la Lindsay Lohan and her Mean Girls commercial.
No.
Oh.
I was thinking more like either like her own song or like a heavy feature on a different song.
Do you have an artist in mind that she can be with?
Like she just did or not just did it, but she did the song with Elton John,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like that amount.
No one off the top of my head
How about genre, Brian? Any genre?
of what I think she would do.
Yeah.
Probably would be on some like hip hoppy one or something. Some like or actually no. I think she would go more for like a one of those like club type songs where it's like Calvin Harris featuring blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, I mean, she deserves to take all the time she needs to just like try to live a normal life. But when she sees that bank account getting low, she might be like, yeah, I can sing.
I can do that.
I have a feeling my thought process is maybe she gets like bored at some point and just wants to like. That's why I was thinking more kind of like a feature, kind of like I said, like some famous DJ, and then she just has to do like minimal part, like nothing she's gonna like tour with or anything.
Also depends on that person though, right? Like they have to want her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but I mean like you can pull Britney Spears' name, like people are gonna be like, oh,
For sure.
so yeah.
Okay. Next one here is Taco Bell officially brings back the double decker as a full-time menu item. No surprise here.
Sure. Hope so.
Big if
did.
True. Big
I
if
know.
true.
They did just announce that they're bringing back like a low price menu. Like they're like everything under
Oh.
like I think $3 or $4.
They used to do the dollar menu.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
now it's going to be like a low price menu, and they announced a new item called like the double stack or something, which is similar to a double decker taco, but not a double decker taco. And I'm like, just bring back the double decker taco. Like, why are we making new things? Just bring what we like. So
They're blue balling you.
I know.
Jill, question, and this might be revealing too much, but how many did you have during its limited run?
Do you want the honest answer?
Honest answer.
I think I had
12.
about 12.
Oh my
I
god!
guess
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And just think, there's 2 of them, so she had 24.
From
What?
yeah, from
Oh well, I guess
if you
I
put
was
the
joking.
a
Yeah.
soft
So,
shell and a hard
not all
shell.
not all at once. I do want to clarify. This was spread out between the 2 weeks that they were released. I've had at least 12.
That is funny.
Me, Gabs. That was me.
Yeah, that was Brian's Gab.
You know what I should have done instead of Britney Spears? I should have said Lady Gaga drops an album.
Mm.
It's been almost 5 years.
She's probably gonna wait till. I mean, she might have something in the works for after Joker 2.
Well, she's
but
100% going to write a song for Joker.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
meant, yeah.
All of them. It's a musical.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. Anyway, not talking.
I think it's going to be funny.
that's just PO'd. But anyway. Next one. Donald Trump goes to jail officially.
Lock his ass up.
Mhm.
I don't know if it'll happen because at this point it feels like it will never happen.
I
But
know.
come on,
They're never going to put him in a jail, but it's going to be something.
build a jail around him. I don't care what they do. Like
Build a jail around Mar-a-Lago. Just put a cage on top of it.
put a wall around him,
Yeah.
all the way around. all
Build the
for-
wall around him.
Ugh.
Put him on an island with
That-
no internet reception and see what happens.
I'll combine that with celebrity drug overdose. How about that?
I wish. Too much tanning.
Aren't his sons like coked out?
Yeah.
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 All right, 2 more here. Ryan Gosling joins the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I put this one for a couple reasons. One, I've had him in mind for characters for a long time, but 2, he's one of my 2 favorite actors on the planet. And we've seen Marvel get some very big names in the past, and he seems like one of the very last few that they have not worked with. So I definitely think it's a possibility. Although he did just work with Warner Brothers, and obviously DC is involved with Warner Brothers, so there's that possibility. But I think he would probably fit better inside the MCU, personally. And finally, our last one here is Fourth Wing gets a TV or film adaptation.
If you guys like ACOTAR, wait till you read these books.
What's Fourth Wing?
My TikTok is full of it, and I have no idea why.
I don't know what it
Dragons.
is. Oh, Dragon.
Well, it's Game of Thrones.
No. It's so it's like a war-torn plot. It's like a war-torn world. And this one girl is the daughter of basically like the general of the world. She's like 20. And she gets sent off into this like essentially military academy for like to be a dragon rider. But like there's different roles, and she's like not like the physical frame of a dragon rider. And basically it's like doing a bunch of tasks and whatnot. And by the end of it, the dragon will either choose the rider or they die. The dragon will be like, nope, smush, or something like that. So it's dope. It's like, So I don't know anything about Aragon. So I if it is similar, great. But yeah, I didn't do a great job of explaining it. I've been trying to think of something
Read
that
the
it's-
book is basically what he's saying.
I've heard it's a great intro to fantasy type book for people
Yeah.
who don't normally read fantasy novels. But I've also heard that the writing isn't super great, which
Really? I like it
yeah.
so far. It's
I have it and I might read it, but right now I'm fully immersed in.
Oh no, do that one first.
I'll
and
just wait
then-
for the TV show.
Yeah.
Well, you're not a huge reader anymore.
According to Andy, Amazon has the rights.
Fuck yes. Thank God. And now they need HBO or someone needs to take ACOTAR away from Disney. Disney will.
Well,
destroy it.
I don't think is ACOTAR dragons?
No,
it's
like fairies.
Yeah, fantasy.
Okay,
like
because according to it's been in limbo for a while, but Disney's doing the adaptation of they're redoing Aragon. So
Yeah.
I doubt that they're gonna do Aragon and ACOTAR.
both of these series, I don't want Disney anywhere near.
Mm-mm.
Well, it doesn't
They would
sound.
ruin it.
It sounds like they're too mature for Disney stuff anyway.
That's what I mean. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want Hulu.
Well, if Amazon already has the rights to Fourth Wing, then that's set. And like we mentioned, if Hulu's going away, I doubt Disney does ACOTAR, but we'll see.
Well,
see.
I mean, the lady's writing 5 books, and she just put out number 2. So they've got a long future ahead. So,
all right. Well, we'll see if at the end of the year we have any news on that. Over the last 10 years, we've seen studios put brand new books into development very fast. So it's very possible that we see a lot of these adaptations that we mentioned today and in the past move forward. And, streaming services are in general always looking for more content anyway. So it's a pretty solid list. We already got one down, obviously, with the free space. Very interested in where these all go. It also is interesting, because I haven't played bingo in forever, but they all have to line up in the right spots.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that I did it is
bitch, we're going for blackout.
not thinking that it would turn out this way, but so Jill put her list in first, then Molly, then me, then Brian. I went 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 3.
Yeah,
3.
you guys. When
I
you
split
guys
them up, and now it all depends on if they happen. So Dune 2 could win the Oscars, but Tom Holland or a male celebrity could come out as gay, and obviously those don't match. Like, that's not bingo. So unless it's a blackout. So
I love how you guys picked
cross
like
my fingers.
right in the middle of my workday, and I'm like, son of a bitch, and it's just like, boom, there's Jake's, boom, there's Jill, boom, there's Molly, and I'm like, there is nothing left for me now.
I told y'all about this weeks ago.
Yeah, no, it's gonna
You
be
had
fun.
time.
It's gonna be interesting to see how it all ends up. Before we get out of here, I do want to read some of our patron predictions that we asked them to do.
Oh yeah, those are good.
There's a couple of fun in-house ones that I'm not gonna read. Other than this one, Jane put Brian will like something in food reviews that he doesn't know has onions in it.
love
Over
that.
my dead body.
I love
It's
that.
gonna happen. It'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll
No.
happen.
I will
Um,
say this: since I tried sushi, I've probably gotten it on my own close to 10 times.
See what happens when you expand your horizons, Brian.
I mean, granted, they've literally only been California rolls, but still, I like.
you gotta try Rainbow Roll next.
What's that one?
It's a California roll with a piece of raw fish on top.
Mhm.
Eh.
Yeah. Harrison said Elon Musk will walk on the moon.
I hope he
God, I
stays.
hope not.
I hope he stays.
Yeah,
there.
they
up
stay
there.
there. We leave them there.
Jane said one of the Twitter competitors, so like Threads or any other, will take off.
Okay, I like that
They'll
one.
Love
become
that.
very popular. Selvin said Shohei Ohtani will lead the MLB in home runs. Very, very possible.
Well, he can't. Well,
he's
'cause if
hitting.
he's-
Yeah,
He's
he
hitting.
has to hit.
I thought he's pitching.
No, he had Tommy John surgery, so he's not hitting.
Ah.
Okay, I found this on the web for no he had Tommy.
Who's searching stuff?
My Siri went off because I said something. I don't know why.
Well, because it switched your mic,
Yeah,
and then
I
all of
know.
a sudden she started. I was like,
Yeah.
Wait a second.
God.
Anytime I say like an S word, it just
Hello?
goes off. I need to turn the Siri off on this computer. Actually, is what I need
Oh,
to do.
well, now you just did.
Jane said there will be a main episode where Jake doesn't wear a hat. Well, you're 0 for 1, Jane. You're 0 for 1. Artie Films, Australia will win Eurovision, the European singing contest. And that blew up in a whole conversation between Andy and everybody else.
I would like. That seems like a fun thing, and I wish the United States actually like.
They compete in it.
No, I'm saying like.
You wish it was more like advertised.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I can't. We don't. Where would I even watch that? Like I don't
YouTube,
even know.
think.
Almog says Deadpool 3 will be nominated for an Oscar. Interesting.
It could.
And then he also said peace in the Middle East? Question mark.
That would be nice.
One can dream.
That would be nice.
Selvin said Chuck shows up to a bar trivia this year.
Ooh.
You've got probably October.
Vapion says Jill and Molly discuss at least 2 cult-based documentaries on the show.
That's
It's going to happen more.
That's gonna
Two,
happen.
Vapion 2 is shooting.
That's
That'll be
way
done
long.
by January.
Wait,
Molly already posted she was watching one today on Instagram. So
Jane said Boys Night Happy Hour makes a return.
Ooh, that
Love
was
the
fun.
idea. Love the idea. And then Blake said we will get at least 2 Love is Blind seasons this year.
I like it.
That sounds right. I think that's what
they
it's
have a
plausible.
couple not American ones coming.
There's a Swedish
the
version.
Swedish one. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that today.
There's I think a British one too, isn't it?
Probably.
Oh, you guys could do another boys' night happy hour for like a Sean bachelor party.
Oh god.
Oh, can Bo come?
No.
Oh,
Oh, boo.
He would
put
drink
a
us all
little,
into
put a
the,
little beer hat on him.
he would drink us all under the table anyway. So
Oh my god, do we have to every time he drinks milk we have to like chug our beer or something?
that's not very much. It's every few hours. It's not.
That's not a fun happy hour.
All
It's
right.
not very much.
Got it.
Chuck
I
is
don't
still
know
here.
how
Chuck,
babies work.
Chuck, didn't mean to throw you under the bus, buddy. I know you're still here. Hi. All right, everybody.
We said
look,
trivia, Chuck.
This-
Trivia.
yeah. This has been a really fun episode back into the swing of things. We appreciate everybody who's been watching this whole time, commenting, having a blast during the show. Everyone who's in the Discord. Again, the Discord is now available to everybody. It is out there for everyone to join. A bunch of new people have joined since the episode has started.
Yeah.
The link is in the chat. It's down below in the description, as well as all of our other links, including social media, Patreon, our personal social medias. They're all down there. But just in case you don't follow us, if you don't know where we are, because there's so many different versions of social media out there, we're going to let you know to start the year off in case you are new here on the channel. So Jill, kick us off. Where can everyone find you online?
Find me, Julie Marie, 2 Y's, 2 E's on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me over on the YouTube channel Rookies and Rulebooks, playing Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of fellow newbie players. I believe our next episode is going to be on the 20th. So stay tuned.
And Brian Vapion, you may or may not be correct. Brian?
Beavalls, on everything.
What's everything, Brian? What's everything?
I mean, the ones I use is mostly just Twitter and Instagram.
Okay.
And then if you care, Jake finally convinced me to do
Serialized.
and there's Letterbox and
Letterboxd can suck the TV version.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm on Letterboxd.
that's what convinced me.
We're all on Letterboxd.
Oh yeah, we are. That's what convinced me to do Serialized. Was I was like, once I realized you said it was like a guy doing
It's literally
it.
one guy who created this thing, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's actually honestly
It's dope.
better than Letterbox.
It's got really cool features. It's got customizable features for free.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
Just there.
And Molly?
I'm on Twitter at Molly Damon, Instagram at Molly Mander, Letterboxd.
I need to link those actually. I keep forgetting to do those.
It'll be fun.
I created an account there like a long time ago, and then I just forgot about it. So I'll try to be better about using it this year.
By the way, thank you for showing me that you can share them to your Instagram stories because I've been going on a frenzy doing that.
Yeah.
What about
You
it?
can like share what you're watching.
You can
and,
share
like,
your
how many
review.
stars you give it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Which I found from when she shared. I don't know what you're watching, but you shared.
We should do like a thing with Letterboxd, like all 4 of us are doing it, and then just see how little Jill does by the end of it. Is it like over under 4?
I got 1 new one on there, 2 new ones. I got 2. I saw 2 new movies so far.
If we tell her documentaries don't count, she's screwed.
You can find me on Twitter, Threads, Instagram, TikTok at Qui-Gon Jake. I think my YouTube handle, when you search, is even possibly Qui-Gon Jake. I'm going to be bringing back the Whiskey Jedi very soon. Obviously, the past couple months have been crazy, but I have a plan for that I'm super excited about. And then POV, we are pretty much everywhere at certain POV crew. There may be a difference here and there on a few, but we're on everything. X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and then I think that's everything. Again, the Discord is available to public. I did want to mention that clips are going to be a big part of our 2024, and so you're going to see a lot more postings to stuff like TikTok and Instagram going forward. So make sure you're following there.
And they're not going to always be just me saying something stupid.
Yeah. Make sure you are following there to see all of that, especially if you're not able to catch the show. Yeah, as always, everybody, thank you so much for joining, watching, hanging out. It's always a blast. Our next show, again, in 2 weeks, will be live on Monday, the 22nd. January 22nd, we will be there and live for some more content on POV. If not, check out the Patreon, check out the Discord, stay up to date on everything there. And, of course, thank you again for watching. For all of us here,
Discord.
We appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great rest of your next week. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.